What you're looking at is Berlin, April 16th, 2018. And boy, is it a big difference from Frankfurt. This is a big difference from Frankfurt. Actually looks like more like London Underground in Frankfurt. Yeah. Eagles here in Berlin, and we're getting ready to go to the hotel. I'd like to say hey real quick.
Hey.
Hey. But yeah, this is Berlin, and I've been here in about 25 years. Gotta go.
You want to sit?
Yeah, that's you need to get around there. See? So how you doing over there?
I'm confused.
You're confused?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're so well traveled. We're at Zoologischer Straße.
Zoologischer Garten.
Say it again?
I can't right now.
All right. See, this is what happens when you want to travel. And then when you travel with them, you see, you travel, and then they're upset because you don't know exactly where you're going. This is what happens. So right now, we got this going on. Right. It's you say what?
This bag stinks like a banana and I'm trying to look.
Oh, yeah, and it smells like fish in here as well. Like a fish fry. So, I'll show them this. Berlin is huge. And right now we're like on a carnival ride. It's nothing like Frankfurt, these little trains. These little trains only have one on each side. You see? You have to sit facing each other. It's just like a carnival ride. Like at the Dippiness here like in Frankfurt. It's like a carnival ride. Like a little roller coaster ride. And so Lynn is like navigating everything. But I just want to check in because it took us about 6.5 hours to get up here. And it was smooth because we left around 8 o'clock this morning. So it's cool. And the people up here in Berlin seem to be friendly. You know? But when you're this close on the train, you gotta be friendly. You know? People be biting each other's heads off. They work friendly. So how you doing? So there you have it. Give it a check this in a little while. So, when you know, we finally found our directions on here. Okay. We got some things circled. Let me show it to you. Yeah, which one's circled?
Kaiser Dam.
The Kaiser Dam. And then, I don't know if you can see that or not. And then we got Alexander Platz. We're going to Alexander Platz actually, and that's supposed to be Alexander Platz is the place here in Berlin where all the trendy stuff happens, a bunch of the trendy stuff according to the online information. And we just got checked here on the train. We're at Potsdamer Platz, by the way. You want to follow on a map, on a Google map. But yeah, we just got checked. Of course, we didn't have a ticket. So, huh?
We did have a ticket.
All right. See, she won't even play along. But since we last checked in, she's calmed down. So once we start circling things, now we know where we're going.
This is the city.
Right.
Right here.
Right.
But we're going there.
Yeah, exactly. Right? What do you think? That's right? So, this is the train that we were just on. And I'm gonna tell you, this bad boy is little. This is little. We're now at Alexander Platz. The great underground of Berlin. Very well known because I think it's the oldest underground system in Germany. Not too sure about that, but I think it's the oldest underground system in Germany. Not sure, but you know what? Those trains are super duper small. I'm serious. I've never been on trains so small on the inside. You know, it's almost like the people that are sitting next to us, like across from us, it's like almost like it's almost like your knees was gonna touch. If I was like Shaquille O'Neal or Kobe Bryant or somebody, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, sitting, you know, somebody that's really tall, knees would have been knocking. What's your comments about the train?
Narrow.
Narrow?
Yes.
Yes.
I think it's just these subways that are narrow, these U-Bahns, as they're called. I think the S-Bahns are hopefully not like this.
Yeah, we're gonna go to an apartment. We have an apartment that's about half a mile from here. But check this out. Ausgang means, you know, exit, as you see. Oh, the Gallery Kaufhof is not far. And the Berliner Rathaus. Yeah, so on their train systems, you're not supposed to eat on there. You have a dog in there, you have to have a muzzle. What else? No eating, no drinking, no any drinks, no alcohol on the public transportation and all that stuff. And I was really surprised because on the ones in Frankfurt, no problem. And ours are big in Frankfurt. But oh well, we're in Berlin. So let's go upstairs and see what's happening. Finally upstairs at Alexander Platz, and the battery's a bit low. Just wanted to give you a pan shot of what's going on down here. It's a 360. Yeah, so my battery's getting low. And I just left my luggage over here. And it looks like it's getting ready to rain or something. People are pulling out their umbrellas and stuff. But yeah, so we finally made it. And yeah, I'm gonna, okay, here comes Lynn. She's coming out of the store right here. All right, so we're gonna check this whole area out again once we get here and get settled. Oh, so what do you know? We got an umbrella.
Do I need to get another one?
No, you don't need to get another one.
Tiny.
You don't need to get another one. That's good.
They have the huge ones with the sticks. But I didn't want to get them.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah, so we're gonna go get settled and get rid of this luggage, all right? Hold on. Just want you to see this. This city is huge. Like I said, I haven't been here in ages. Look how big this is. Amazing. Yeah. Actually, we went and got a book, an information book. Right here. Do you have your information book handy? Yeah. The information book is super thick. With the little maps and stuff in here it's super thick. So, yeah. Berlin has definitely grown and has definitely got much, much busier since I was here right after the wall came down in 1989. And when all the American troops and everything were here. So it's a bit of a culture shock. I'm loving it. But it reminds me a bit of New York City. If you've ever been to New York City, you know what I'm talking about as far as the congestion, as far as all the many different people and so much stuff going on and everything. And yeah, I know I said my battery's dying, and it is dying. So if it dies while I'm talking to you, well, I'm a bit excited and I wanted to share this with you. Everything's going pretty well out here. Berlin at night. We've just been riding around on the train and on the tram. They call it the tram here in Berlin. Normally it's the Straßenbahn anywhere else you go. And we're in the Eberswalder. That's where we are. Right here. Right? And they have the weirdest thing that I've ever seen. Have you ever heard of porno karaoke? It's every first Saturday of the month. Jelly Roll session. It's a live band in here. Blues and funky soul, hosted by Marcus and featuring top musicians that form the Jelly Roll family. So that's the name of the place.
Okay, porno karaoke, I know what it is.
Yeah, you're seeing right, porno karaoke. Now explain it one more time.
They play old porno movies and you have to, instead of singing like with normal karaoke, you're saying the dialogue of the movie. You know, you're speaking the parts. Right. Or moaning the parts or whatever.
Okay.
Is going on.
Oh, you're moaning the parts.
Whatever the porno sounds
are.
are.
The system out here is called the tram. Not the Straßenbahn or the U-Bahn or the trolley or a streetcar. It's called the tram. And of course we have everyone on the bike path. The bike path is actually pretty busy up here in Berlin too. Like it is in Cologne and Stuttgart. So, where would you like to go now?
I want to go in there. But they open at 8 actually, but the thing doesn't start till 9.
I see.
We don't really want to go in there.
Well, we can. I don't care. Sure. Well, why not? Let's go do some porno karaoke.
That's not today.
Uh-huh.
We wish it was today, but it's only on Saturdays.
I see. Yeah. That's all it is. So and we won't be up here on Saturday. We're actually going to be here for like 3 days here in Berlin. And today is April 16th, 2018. April 16th, 2018. But Berlin is huge. And there's so many different types of stores here. You know, we just walked by a board game store that was open at this time of night, and it had any board game that you can think of. And even had like the old-fashioned Rubik's Cubes. I know a Rubik's Cube is not a board game, but by the way, something even quirkier that they had was a Rubik's Cube from the 70s. I guess the Rubik's Cube, they're actually making their way back to prominence, to popularity. But anyway, just wanted to show you the area. See you a little bit later on. April 17th, 2018, Otis Cue Pate in Berlin, just showing you a 360 of the little neighborhood that we're in here. Here on the outside of Alexander Platz, about 3 or 4 kilometers east of Alexander Platz. Yeah, so last night was kind of strange, but for the most part relaxing. The place where we were staying, the little Rolladens, you know, the window things that roll up and down. In Germany, you have these things that go over the window so that you can make it dark or light whenever you want it to be. Well, actually, I can show you what the Rolladens look like. Let me show you on this place right here. Here's what I'm talking about. See those in front of the window? Right there? That's what I'm talking about. The wind is blowing out here, so I don't know if you'll be able to hear me rapping to you, but so ours were stuck for whatever reason. And we had to contact the person that's responsible for the property to come over and unhinge the damn thing so we could let it down. And it wasn't because we wanted to sleep or something longer or what have you. It was because there was no curtains in front of the place, in front of the windows. They had the little shears, but you could see right through the shears from outside because we had the light on inside and it was dark outside. I have a lot of tolerance for people, but not when I'm paying for a place and things should be working. Your property should be up to par. I have a very low tolerance for that. And then when you come over and you start talking crazy stuff, you know, that has nothing to do with the reason that we're renting the place and all that stuff, well, then you start to get underneath my skin. And I'm very good at headlocks and chokeholds. Nah, I wasn't gonna put him in a chokehold, but I thought about giving him a nice arm bar, you know. Oh well, anyway, he fixed it. And so everything was uneventful after that. So today, I'm gonna give you another 360 right quick while I tell you what we're gonna do today, or at least what we hope to do today. You know, let me give you another quick 360. There's Lynn again.
Hey.
She's doing everything by her phone today, but I'm gonna give them a quick 360 out here of the neighborhood here in Berlin. What's the name of this area again?
Berlin Mitte.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's also called Berlin Middle. You know,
Berlin Middle. Uh-huh.
Or Friedrichshain.
Uh-huh. Well, I can show them the street That's the street name, if you can see that. So, where are we headed?
To the museum for the wall. Gotta go over this bridge.
Okay.
It's like a K-walk.
It's a K-walk?
Or a K and a half.
Oh, a kilometer.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, Lynn said we have to walk about a kilometer.
Oh, this area is also called the Keats. Keats. Because see, I see this coffee shop that reminded me, and this is also called that.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like a trendy area for the, college students, stuff like that. Tourists that come over here, for artists, things like that. So we're really in our element, so to speak. I'd rather be around that than that bourgeois, fake ass, snooty, plastic personality. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Guten Morgen. Or guten Tag.
Yeah.
And people are like the taxi cab guy right there. He just spoke to us. And I appreciate that, especially being a tourist, All that stuff is kind of like a barometer on what the atmosphere is in a place. We're going out to the main street here. That is a train area over there, you probably can see. That's a vegan place to go and eat. And yeah, Lynn and I vape. She's vaping. What flavors do you have?
Cactus flavor?
Cactus.
Yeah, Mojave. It has like a cactus flavor.
And you like it? Cool. Yeah, we started vaping. Because even though we used to smoke natural tobacco they have over here, equivalent to the Indian spirit that they have in the States. We decided to stop smoking and rolling our own cigarettes not long ago. And I want to tell you, and I'm glad that you pulled that out. But I wanted to tell you that, well, at least I recommend it. Do you recommend it?
I recommend it.
Yeah.
It's, I was able to quit from one day to the next smoking cigarettes. Even though in my head I still kind of crave tobacco.
Yeah.
But this tastes much better. And I stopped coughing almost right away.
Here in Berlin, they have no problem speaking English to people who can't speak German, or they're unsure about their German or uncomfortable speaking German, because German is a very intricate language, and most Germans rarely, even though they like for you to try to speak it, if you know Germans, they'll mostly make fun of, especially people who speak it and they screw it up. They'll say, oh, at least try to speak it and all that crap. But behind your back, they're like, my God, that was ugly. Hässlich. Not hessisch, hässlich Deutsch. Ugly German. So anyway, that's another thing for those of you who want to come to Germany, but you're not too sure about the language. Coming over to Berlin, it's even more friendlier than in Frankfurt as far as speaking English. They speak English. So, I'll see you later. Got my Eagle shirt on, representing. And right across the street, I see that it says Warschauer Straße, Warschauer. And also that's an U-Bahn. That's an U-Bahn station. Right here in front of us is Universal Music here in Berlin. Universal Music in Berlin. Yeah, and we're looking at 10 minutes until 2 o'clock. People ride their bikes here in Germany. And what they're on right here is the bike path. See the little bike path underneath the bikes? And that bike path goes all around Germany. All through the forest, everything, around the whole nation. You know? Look at this. It goes around the whole nation, from Berlin all the way down to Garmisch, which is I would say one of the southern tips of Deutschland, of Germany. So where we're going right now, right across the street, well, it's red right now.
Yeah.
All right. Where we're going right now is to where the wall used to be that separated parts of Berlin, West Berlin, to East Berlin. And why I'm panning back and forth right here is so you can see that building right in front of us here. That's the Universal Building Music Group. And literally right across the street is where parts of the wall was. As a matter of fact, we have a sign here that says Mühlenstraße on Berlin-Mauerweg. Berlin-Mauerweg. So we're gonna cross over.
The way of the wall.
Lynn says it means the way of the wall.
Yeah, where the wall is.
Yeah, where the wall is. And if I'm looking around looking paranoid, that's cool. I don't mind looking crazy. But you gotta watch out for the bike riders, you know? Because once you step on that bike path, you're fair game to run over, you know? And right over here, right over there, is actually the river. I'm gonna go over there. There goes that little skinny train we were on last night, or should I say yesterday when we got here. Little skinny train where you sit across from people, and that was funny. This is the back side of the wall. And right here is a place called Pirates Berlin. And it's a place to eat outside by the water, by the old wall. Right here is some writing. And I'm just gonna put this on the screen for you, because if you want to stop to read this, then you can. You want to pause the vid. You see? And it goes on down. Actually, I have a piece of this wall because, you know, this wall was actually monetized when it came down. It was broken down in many little pieces, and they sold it. The officials here, they sold the wall in little pieces. So I had pieces back in the very early 90s, like around 92, 93. I had a little piece of this wall inside encased in glass that I bought for about, back then it was about 10 Deutschmarks before we got the euro. We got the euro around 2003, 2004, something like that. But back then it was like 10 Deutschmarks. Yeah. But it goes all the way down there, ladies and gentlemen. All the way down there. I don't know if I'll walk down there. I mean, I need to. For the exercise. Well, Lynn said we're going to walk down there.
That's where the museum is.
Because that's where the museum is, and we're going to go to the museum. So, we're following you, Lynn.
I like this area of the wall. Did you see that?
Yeah. What does it say?
I painted over the wall of shame, so freedom is ashamed no more. Inferno ruled too many years until the people chose the light. I put my faith in you, Berlin, and give to you my colors bright.
Wow. Let's take a look at that. That's what Lynn was just reading. Very interesting. Fulvio Penna, Italy, it says on the right-hand side. And the translation was by B. Scrooby. It says up here that the wall came down in 1989, 1990. I remember that actually because I was here. you don't know, I've been around here since around 1977 when I first came over. And when the wall was coming down, 1989, it was in November. It says that right, let me show you where it says that. Right up there. Danke Ihnen. Dankeschön. There's a trophy up there, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. It's a trophy. It's one of the old cars here from Berlin. Right up there. I don't know if that's too much backlight, but that's a trophy. They have a trophy museum here too. I just got a wall museum pamphlet. It says the man who changed our world was Mikhail Gorbachev. Yeah.
That's where we're going, the wall museum.
Yeah, and that's where we're going. Wow, look at this wall. Wow. Amazing. Yeah.
We can keep walking if you want, just so you know the museum is there though.
If you want to come to this area, there's a hotel right across the street called the East Side Hotel. That's it right there. It's called East Side Hotel. Ich bin hier. Or is it, President Kennedy said, Ich bin ein Berliner. This is where we're going right here, where Lynn's standing. I can't believe this. This is, Lynn just showed us what the quote is that I was just talking about. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. US President Reagan, 1987. Yeah. So that's also the address. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can go inside and see if we can record. Thanks for that, Lynn.
Okay, doke.
All right, ready? Okay. We're inside the museum and I have to whisper right now.
Here we only got one reduction.
This is the lobby way right now. This museum is called the Wall Museum, East Side Gallery. If you want to look it up on the internet, it's called the Wall Museum. And here's Helmut Kohl. This is footage of when the wall came down. That's Brandenburg Gate here in Berlin. This is how much it costs for you guys to come in. Aus English und Deutsch. Also.
We gotta go in 30 seconds.
Okay. So you can find everything online for this museum. Now we're upstairs in the museum on the outside part where you could look out at the street. This is where we were earlier, looking at the wall right down there. There's the trophy right there that we were looking at. Right across the street right here, right in front of us, that is the Universal Music Building. Yeah, it's a restaurant downstairs as well. But right on the other side of here where Lynn is standing, right here. Hi, Lynn.
Hey, am I in the way?
No.
Okay.
Right here where we're standing, you see this is the restaurant that we were looking at earlier. And this is the river that I promised you that we would check out. It appears that this river separated Berlin east and west. That's graffiti. And I don't know if that was part of the old wall or what. But I think so. Because right here seems to be a piece of the wall. And this river was used as a deterrent for those who were trying to escape. So I'm pretty sure on the other side of this area was, well, over there must have been East Germany, East Berlin, because again, this area was cut in half. This is right outside the museum. We're still in the museum, but this is right outside. It's called the what?
The Spree.
Right.
S-P-R-E-E.
S-P-R-E-E.
But this is the east side of Berlin, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. And this river here, this is where a few kids drowned because it's right on the border.
Right.
And what had happened is they're playing near the river, but people didn't want to help them when they were drowning because they were afraid they were going to be shot by border police.
Wow.
This is what this talks about.
Okay, so this is what, and it says here, this writing says, fatalities at today's East Side Gallery. So they're showing where we're standing now. There used to be this checkpoint here. And actually, I guess I should start from right here. And I don't know how the wind is, so please bear with me if I start talking a bit loud. It says the Oberbaum Bridge is closed off and becomes a border crossing. With the building of the Berlin Wall, the Oberbaum Bridge is completely closed to traffic. It is opened only for times between 1963 and 1966 for Berliners who have been given permission to make a brief visit to East Berlin as part of the travel permit agreement. With 4-power agreement on Berlin, I said with the 4-power agreement on Berlin 1972, the Oberbaum Bridge becomes an official border crossing point. So this is the Oberbaum Bridge right here. Wow.
This is it?
Yeah. Lynn was asking down here if this is the Oberbaum Bridge, and I think so. And look how they have the train going across it now. It's been reinforced, rebuilt, because it was bombed, I'm sure. That's why they show guys down here doing some work on it, maybe reinforcing it or something they were doing something mischievous. But yeah, they talk about the fatalities here. And again, I don't know how this wind is blowing here, but unfortunately, I'm gonna keep on going without knowing how it's gonna sound. This is the child that Lynn was, or or the person that Lynn was talking about,
It's like
one of the
5 or
people.
6 children that drowned.
Yeah, 5 or 6 children that drowned here.
Oh, it says here, between 1966 and 1975, 5 children from West Berlin drowned in the Spree. This river is called the Spree.
This river's called the Spree, right?
Having fallen in whilst playing by the water. The border guards received orders to help them far too late, if at all. The West Berlin emergency services also failed to arrive in time, and in some cases they hold back because the river belongs to East Berlin,
Right.
and they are afraid of being shot at the opposite bank.
Whoa.
From the opposite bank.
Oh my God.
And here it says West Berlin's decision not to secure the riverbank in Kreuzberg, which is here, I think, in order to make it easier for refugees to climb onto the western bank, proves tragic for these West Berlin children. The death of 5-year-old Setten Mert triggers huge protests by the Turkish community. Only then do the East and West sign the agreement on rescue operations in the event of accidents in Berlin border zone waters.
Whoa.
So let's see. Because it was a Turkish boy that died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So-
you might not know, but Turkish people are very well established here in Germany. Their businesses, communities, all type of stuff. And if you look into World War I, you'll find that the Turks even fought with the Germans in World War I. So it's a little bit of maybe useless knowledge for you. But it's a gorgeous day out here. I just want to thank God for a beautiful day out here, for my wife and I to be able to come here to the museum, and so we can record for you guys, you know. Yeah, so I don't know, they have over here in this area, I don't know if you can see it, but they have over here so people can come outside now and sit and have drinks on the water. And I mean, it's just very ironic, you know, because not so long ago, I mean really up until 1989-90, this is 2018, I'm sure you can do the math, what is what, 28 years ago, there was a wall there and people could not do anything over there, with soldiers and military and strife and stress, and you know, it's funny how things can change like that, you know. Very, very ironic. So, all right. Just wanted to show you that, you guys. So we're gonna go back inside right now. Lynn's trying to cat burglar herself back inside.
I don't know how we get in here.
Okay. Well, maybe we're locked out.
Wir bringen ihn wieder zurück. Wir haben unsere Jungs zu Hause. Also
Der schläft, ach Mensch, das machen wir nicht.
Das ist ein Schritt von überragender Bedeutung.
USSR head honcho. Yeah, we're out of the museum now. Back out in the lobby where we started. And you can pause this if you'd like to read it. I'm just, giving you a quick scroll. Gorby got the Nobel Peace Prize. Very interesting. Very interesting, huh? Yeah, so Lynn,
Yeah.
what'd you think about it?
I thought it was pretty good. They could have, I don't know, I feel like some things that weren't working, they could have fixed them. Some screens weren't working, some of these screens were missing headsets, little sloppy in that area. But I thought it was good.
So you thought it was good. That's
I
great.
give it
Yeah.
8 out of 10 stars.
Wow,
or
that's
7.
great. That's good
Yeah,
stuff.
8.
That's good stuff.
What about you?
I don't know. I think it was pretty good. You see, one of the things that's a drawback for this great museum, I would call it great, because of all the artifacts and stuff. Couldn't show you everything. I call it great, but see, one drawback is that just about a week ago, Lynn and I went to Stuttgart, and we were at the Mercedes-Benz Museum. Because of that, not to mention all the cars and the engines that were used, etc. It was just, that museum was like 6 stories high, and it was huge. I mean, we didn't even go through the whole thing because it was impossible to do it one day. I mean, in Stuttgart, and I just have never been to a more awesome, a more just unbelievably breathtaking, extravagant, over the top, but certainly very impressive museum ever. So having that still in my system, from just like a week ago, is is what kind of chops this down to, out of 10, I would give this one 7.5. Although, if I hadn't gone down to Stuttgart and seen the Mercedes-Benz Museum, I would probably give this a 10. This one's all on one floor. It's not many multiple floors like that there in Stuttgart with the Mercedes-Benz Museum and everything. Most certainly I would recommend coming to this museum. And where we're standing right now is about back in the lobby, like I was mentioning. And you'll see all the little different things here for the celebration of the wall coming down in November 9th, 1989. So don't miss it. If you have no other reason to come to Germany, let the Mercedes-Benz Museum in Stuttgart, also the Porsche Museum in Stuttgart. I'm going to show the Porsche Museum. I'm going to put the Porsche Museum on the channel soon. Ferdinand Porsche. That's where the vehicle comes from. But also, another reason to come here, most definitely, is this great museum. And again, it's €12.50 for adults, and for students and children, it's €6.50. So €12.50 is about $15, and €6.50 is about, I would say about $8, something like that. It's close. All right? Thank you, Berlin. And all those who tune in to check out the channel who are not Eagles, but are just interested in the content that we put up and the life that we've lived as military brats over here in Germany. Because again, I always have to tell people, or should I say I like to tell people, that I've been in Frankfurt. Well, yeah, in Frankfurt. I've lived in other parts of Germany, but mainly in Frankfurt since 1977. So, and this is my third time in Berlin since 1977. I didn't come to Berlin until the very, very early 1990s. But it's my first time with my wife, and we're both Eagles. We both.
First time ever.
It's her first time ever. Yep. Anyway, we're gonna see what else we can see, and if my battery allows it, then we're gonna pull out the camera and share everything with you guys. Okay? Back out here in Berlin City, and as you can see behind Lynn, the hustle and bustle is real.